Welcome, everybody. Don't forget to go to sweetgeorgiapam.com to find out more about Sweet Georgia Pam. And you can also go on social media, Sweet Georgia Pam. You can always DM her if you want to ask about a dream. We'd love to share your dream on air if that's all right with you. And if you're watching on YouTube, just leave a description, not a subscription. You could subscribe though, but leave a description of your dream in the comments. We'd love to use it on a show. I'm going to be selfish and start with me today, if that's all right.
Oh, yes. Let's work on you, Melissa.
Because I want to talk about recurring dreams. So it does serve everybody else, but
Okay.
it's not necessarily the same details of a dream, but the same thing that brings anxiety happens, and that is heights. I'm always scared of the heights of a dream. So I remember, just fragments of certain dreams where there was one where I was in a kind of a stone castle kind of thing, and I started walking up the stairs, I guess to a tower. And in the dream, I wasn't aware of the height thing, but as I ascended the stairs, I thought, here we go again. And so usually when the heights happen in my mind, I recall in the dream the fact that I always seem to dream about this. So it's almost as if it alerts me to the fact I'm dreaming when I get to that point, but there's sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I'm truly think that I'm on the, and it's usually I'm on the edge of this great fall, and I'm just gripped with anxiety. And so heights is my recurring dream.
Wow. And is the anxiety, does anything come of that in the dream, or is it just you recognize you're in a high place and anxiety
I recognize them in a high place, anxiety ensues, and then usually that's the end of the dream. There have been times where I've been able, since I was a child, if I have a hint that this might be a dream, then I'll squint my eyes really tight and I'm able to wake up from my dream. But it's not all, that's not always, but it's when
Sure.
I again, it's if I think it's a dream, I remember I can squint my eyes and wake up, and I usually do. So there's a lucid moment within it, but that's not always the case. But there's no resolution. There's no coming down from it. It's usually that's the end of the dream.
Yeah.
Is the heights.
And are you afraid of heights in real life?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So
don't tell anybody. Don't tell my son. I try to play cool.
Actually, I bet that leads to the anxiety dream because you repress it and then it comes out.
True. Yes. I try not to share that too much, but
yes. Because part of it is dreams are that pressure valve release on some of the pent up emotions that we've experienced throughout the day or the week, or things that are getting to be too much internally. And we have to release some of that emotion that's trapped in the body.
Well, when I've worked on morning shows and there's travel involved, like flying, I don't like to fly, and has nothing to do with safety, which is the fear of a lot of other people. I don't like to fly because of how high we have to go. It's the height of the plane that disturbs me. And I literally have to take what I call a happy pill, doctor prescribed happy pill, just for flying. So yes, heights is not mine. I get very disoriented.
So partly dreams are helping us practice being in that state of fight, flight, or freeze. So we don't want that to be the case, but our dreams will take our heightened emotional state that we just can't handle. We think it's going to kill us. And they dial down the emotion just enough so we can look at it in the face. But still express the most of the emotion we possibly can muster. So that's partly your dreams are just helping you process the fear of heights. But dreams are layered in their meaning. There's always deeper depths of meaning to get to, which is my drug of choice, is to go deeper and deeper into the symbology.
Well, that's what makes you unique and special. And let me just say here, because if you're new to the show, what I love about Sweet Georgia Pam is the fact that you're not just a dream dictionary. That's the point, is that dreams do have depth, and if you're willing to unwrap it, then you might heal something that is a part of yourself that you didn't realize you could.
Right.
Is that fair to say?
Yes, they're so accessible. So there is an intuitive piece of this work too. So I've been practicing and studying dreams for 17 years. And so what I have learned is that this is as much about you, the dreamer, Melissa, as it is about the generalized anxiety height dreams that everybody might experience. So
Mhm.
what I know about you, Melissa, and what
'Cause we're
I
friends in real life, yes.
we
So you
are,
do know me pretty well.
we actually like each other, is that you said ascension. You said I was ascending the staircase, and I went,
Yeah.
ooh, there's some ascension. So what it feels like to me in this case is you rising above your foundation, rising above or descending away from what you were given as a foundation. So spiritual exploration that starts to feel a little bit scary because you're not grounded,
Mhm.
or your levels of success over the years is not very grounded and normal in your upbringing.
Right.
So as you start to ascend, separate from the ground of your being, of what you're used to or what you believe or what you were taught as a
Mhm.
child, fear takes over because it
That makes
doesn't
sense.
feel stable.
Mhm. Well, and I mean, again, that's the beauty of dreams is it's very personal to the person, and so those are very personal comments, and it's true. And I'm the personality that I'm always driven to try something new or to do I can't sit still. Like in my
Mhm,
real life, I have to be doing accomplishing something. I don't know
mhm,
whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I'm always trying to accomplish something.
mhm.
And so I could see where I'm constantly trying to go above and beyond the foundation that I was given because
Yeah,
of that creative spirit and that drive to do something.
yeah.
So,
And extreme high, especially if it's a thin structure and you go super high, it's about this reaction to, oh, I may have gone too far too fast.
okay.
So if something in life starts working that you didn't expect it to actually work
Right.
out,
Right.
it can cause a reaction of like, oh no, this isn't enough of us. This isn't, it didn't take very long, so it can't be very stable. Does
Mhm.
that make sense?
Totally makes sense. Now,
Yeah.
expanding it, broadening it to, our listeners, our viewers,
Hmm.
recurring dreams in general, are they something that similar to what you said about me, where it's just an issue that may be just a consistent issue in your life that your body's responding to?
Hmm. Not in a, oh, that's what it is, so I don't have to worry about it kind of way.
Right, right,
But in a
exactly.
way, but instead it's an emotional fingerprint that when that emotion or that set of emotions arrives in your life again, it's going to trigger that symbol to show up in a dream again.
Hmm.
So, as you are working through that issue, because you're growing up, you're getting different experiences, you're learning incrementally how to address that issue, then your dreams, that recurring dream is going to shift and change. The things change, but that particular aspect stays the same.
Yep.
So, you can actually uh, map your progression, your growth, by exploring how the recurring dream changes over time.
Hmm.
So,
Well, I love that there's something to measure, right? And to follow up with that, for someone who, let's say that somebody has a recurring dream of a plane crash,
yeah.
they may misinterpret it as a premonition. So, do you mind also commenting on dreams and them not necessarily being a premonition, and probably most of the time are not?
I don't mind commenting, but we also need to make that a separate thing because, again, the depths and the layers
Oh, I just
that,
teased. I
that
just teased our next episode.
my little brain just went
I
like
we
I have so many ideas.
I think I just teased our next episode. So you know what? We can just end that here. All right. So
well,
again,
well,
no, you got more.
no, 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 no. I mean, I kind of want to
She wants to dig
don't
deeper.
leave me here.
All right, hold on a second. I'm going to write this down. So premonitions and dreams is our next episode. Okay.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
So
yeah. Because
now
there
you know what to
was
expect next.
there was something as you started to bring that up. I was like, oh yeah. And then you went like, also, I'm like, oh God.
I'm sorry. See, this is why friends doing a podcast. We'll get you back. We'll get you back.
A little sip of my coffee here.
Because we're talking. So before I got
okay.
into the premonition, it was the recurring and other
Yep.
people having recurring dreams. And I said
Yeah.
that you can measure. You said because you could
Yep.
see and can measure. Okay, did that help?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes. I did
We're
that.
back. We're back.
Okay, because this is what's important is that you start a dialogue with your dreaming mind. What's important is that you start to notice that, oh, I dreamt about tornadoes last night. It's not a one and done dream. It can be. We can interpret it as a one and done experience. But once you have tornadoes in your mind, you might also start to remember tornadoes in previous dreams, or in the future, tornadoes might start to show up more. It's not necessarily that they're showing up more. It's that you're starting to notice your own dream personality. And so recurring dreams are not as rare. It's not just the one recurring dream that you have. It's not just heights. That's where you're starting is
Right.
I have recurring dreams of heights. The more you give your time and energy to just exploring what your dreams are, the more you become familiar with, oh, that's a normal dream for me, or oh, that dream feels similar to a dream I had about a week ago. Let's look at those two together. So hello, rabbit hole, just come on down into the rabbit hole with me, because it's not just here's how to interpret your dream. It's here's how to open up and start integrating your dreaming life, your dreaming mind into your life.
Love it. I love it. If you want a free downloadable guide from Sweet Georgia Pam called 6 Nights to Better Dream Recall, just go to sweetgeorgiapam.com, and don't forget she's on social media at Sweet Georgia Pam. All right, we'll see you next time.
Sweet dreams.